moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oklahoma City Lancers and the Cleveland Browns. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Rolling to his right. And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
No, check, Patriot!
Following the interception, Mayfield. Wide open receiver complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. They'll run with Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. Catch here, left side, Thomas. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense is going to take over at their own 20-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 20.
Detroit! Detroit! Under 10. Back 99 Philly, here we go.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Gone! Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught at the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Rashawn Perriman with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now a handoff here to his running back. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, here's Mahomes. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on second down, and that leads to a tough third down call.
Blue 45. Blue 45.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big gain of 31 on third down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Mahomes now on 1st down. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And to give this time to the tailback. Finding room to the 20, and he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it's a 2nd down. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And nothing image. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Brendan Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's OKC football here to begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will have a touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, touchdown number 18 on the year. And his guys have made this a one-score game now. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
This is taken at the 3. And they finally get to him, but not before he's past the 45 to the 46-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 1st down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Mayfield now from the 50. A look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Well, if you want to be known as dependable to your quarterback, that's what you have to do. Go into the middle of the field, know the hit is coming, and catch the football. And that's exactly what he just got done.
And defensively, a little deflating to be able to lay that hit and not have the ball pop free, right?
No doubt about it, because your goal defensively, knock it free so that they say, okay, guess what? We're not going to throw it in there anymore. Now, they'll still continue to be aggressive.
Lucky 56. Gone.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Looking for Perriman there, he's got him. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And he's got it up and through. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here now the offense heading back out there. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Play fake here on first down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Mahomes finding his tight end Kelsey for a big one. 59 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Now they try the right side here. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Two minutes to play here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And he's going to go down again. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because you know After the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield steps away to his left. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it. And in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Gone, 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 gone. Detroit, Detroit.
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
Leopard! Leopard!
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It was Reggie Ragland who got him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw, Mayfield. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side. Now Mayfield. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. And his kick is right there. It's good. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Butker now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they? Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Now the first carry for their fullback. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Gone, 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 gone.
From the gun, Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They go play action here on first down. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a Turkey Bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now Landry. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. And now the Browns coming out on the field. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They begin this drive with Chubb, and he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Second down, Mayfield. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Hey, 80's yours, 80's yours. Leopard! Leopard! Check 50. Leopard! Leopard!
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Steps away. And going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. And way down into the red zone before he's dropped inside of Cleveland's 15. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Mahomes to throw on second down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty. They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Larry Ogunjobi in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's going to let it go deep for the... And it's caught. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Browns getting set to go. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close. One-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for second down.
Lucky 56.
Mayfield now on second down. Dancing to his left. And incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Mahomes going to throw. Flushed out right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a first down. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, and that'll bring up second down.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense, and what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot, and that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
Mahomes will try again on second down. Flush to his right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 15. Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now a second down throw for Mayfield. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now back out comes the offense. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
I do know that Joe Hayden was used to winning a lot of games at the University of Florida. And when it comes time for a big play in a big situation, he wants to be that guy, and he just pulled it off.
Yeah, he pulled it off, indeed, a huge interception to help put this game on ice. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now, defensively here, we're going to get a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Watch it now, Barney.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he slides to avoid the hit. And before this play happens, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit.
Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Taken in at the 11. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. But I think the ball's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
They go with Chubb on second down, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Browns, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.